Looking out my window, sun shining bright.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know what it is, man. Some more of that off-season work for y'all. Last night we had a somewhat of a blockbuster trade go down as well as the past one with Bradley Beal. Porzingis has been traded to the Boston Celtics. Yes, I look tired. I just got up not too long ago. Yeah, man. Washington Wizards are moving on from KP. It was a 3-team deal. Washington Wizards, Boston Celtics, and then the Memphis Grizzlies were in there as well. Initially, the Los Angeles Clippers were a part of this deal. Well, were supposed to be a part of this deal, but trade talks fell out due to the concern of Malcolm Brogdon's health. So the Clippers fell out. They found another team to suit them in the Memphis Grizzlies, and it worked out. It worked out for all sides, I could say. With the Washington Wizards, though, I'm not really sure what direction they're trying to go. Obviously, they're rebuilding, but they have Chris Paul, Tyus Jones, DeLon, right? Like, they have all these guards over there, a plethora of guards, and then they still have guys like Johnny Davis and all these other young guys over there to try to figure out what's going on with them. That'll be too much, but for now, let's just get into this trade that went down. All right, so the full details of the trade goes as follows. You get Porzingis to Boston, along with 2 first-round picks from Memphis. Marcus Smart is heading to Memphis, and from Boston, obviously, and then Tyus Jones from the Grizzlies is on the way to Washington, along with Danilo Gallinari and Mike Muscala from Boston. So 3 players from Boston were traded, 1 from Washington, 1 from Memphis. It was another fleece job by Brad Stevens, I can't even lie to you. He gets 2 first-round picks and Kristaps Porzingis, all just for Marcus Smart. That's a crazy trade. Just some thoughts that I have for these trades. For Memphis, they traded away the best backup point guard in the game right now in Tyus Jones, who has the highest assist-to-turnover ratio for the past 3 seasons. For a guy in Marcus Smart, who's a solid playmaker in his own right, but it's not even close to the production that Tyus Jones brings in that assist-to-turnover ratio aspect, you know, he's not going to turn the ball over a lot, and he will produce offense by moving the ball. But it's not terrible. They pair up the 2 reigning defensive player of the year, so are now on the same team together, and they get a guy in Marcus Smart who embodies the Memphis Grizzlies to a T. I could also see him in Miami playing really well just because of the grit and grind and the relentlessness that he has when he does play. But Memphis is also a really, really good fit for him as well. And then Boston gets even deeper after missing the NBA Finals by just 1 game. They get even deeper, adding a legit 7-footer. They haven't had a 7-foot guy on their team in I don't know how long. They actually get a 7-footer on this team that can deter offenses from attacking the paint alongside Robert Williams. He can stretch the floor considerably well compared to what Al Horford or Grant Williams were able to do in this past couple seasons, as well as there is Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah, he's not healthy. He's not very healthy as well in his own right, but they had to take a flyer. They had to take a flyer on that. Of course, you don't want to just lose Marcus Smart, but when you're replacing him with a guy of Porzingis' caliber who could have been an all-star this past season, I say that's a good trade. Like I said, I'm not a trade expert, or even like in an NBA world, I'm not an expert, but just from the outside looking in, hell of a trade for Boston, especially getting 2 first-round picks alongside that. Now, they definitely will miss Marcus Smart out there, not only on the court, like I said, for his grit and his relentlessness and his hustle, all that he brings to the team, but as well as in the huddles and in the locker room. The man was a leader. He was the leader of that team. Even though Jason Tatum is the best player for the Boston Celtics, Marcus Smart was the leader of that team. You could tell in all aspects. He was the loudest on the court. He was always the one talking in the huddles. In the locker room, I'm pretty sure he brought those guys together, so they will miss Marcus Smart in that regard. But if that's the price you got to pay to improve your roster, so be it. Then I like this trade a lot for Memphis and Boston, filling in holes that they've had throughout the past couple seasons now. Memphis is getting a guy in Marcus Smart that can lock down your best player alongside Ja Morant, who's we know is not a defender whatsoever. He can play the passing lanes and get some steals, but as far as like actually sitting down and preventing your guy from getting past you, Marcus Smart is the ideal candidate to sit alongside Ja Morant. Obviously, he's missing the first 25 games, but they have enough over there to where, like I said in the past couple videos, they have enough over there to where they can stay afloat, especially now that Marcus Smart is there, a guy that's been in the NBA Finals, that's been in the Conference Finals numerous times. He's made the playoffs almost every year of his career, if not every single year of his career so far. So I love it for Memphis Grizzlies. Like I said, he embodies them to a T. That dude is, in the best way to say it, the dude is crazy, and I love it for Memphis. And then for Boston, having a guy that can stretch the floor, like a legit stretch five that can also defend, it's a win-win, bro. It's a win-win. Obviously, Kristaps Porzingis' health is a big issue throughout his entire career, but like I said, you got to take that flyer, bro. You have to. They still have Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon, so they're not really missing much with Marcus Smart, but they're not the same. They're not the same, especially when you talk about in the leadership aspect. That's going to have to go to Jason Tatum now. That's going to have to go to, if they bring Al Horford back, I don't know. Derek White, who knows? But, man, NBA is getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Just stick around for more. I'll be dropping videos with every opportunity that I can with a trade or a free agent signing that's going on. Just stick with your boy, bro. I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that may be. I'm out of here. Peace.